What is going on, guys? Welcome to Gum's Videos. My name is Kyle Gumbertel. I'll be reviewing Thor Ragnarok. I wanted to wait really late for this review specifically because I actually want to get into some spoilers, because I had some problems with this movie that actually involved deep spoilers, so that's why I waited a little later for this review. But don't get me wrong, this movie is one of my favorite MCU films to date. People are like, it's the funniest movie out there. It probably is one of the funniest movies out there, because the previous two Thor films were so hard and serious, like grim. Like, I mean, you're a fucking fantasy. Take it easy. I mean, I'm not saying you can't have a serious fantasy movie because you got Lord of the Rings, but this is a Thor movie. I mean, have a little fun with yourself. This was like the Batman of the MCU of like, take a chill pill for a minute. And this actually really levels it up with the fun. A lot of the characters are hysterical. It was a little weird for me at first with Thor being funny and all because of all the previous installments, especially in Avengers Age of Ultron. Thor's like, I gotta go to Asgard, figure out what's this Ragnarok. And I'm like, he's not funny. And then all of a sudden he's busting jokes left and right.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Don't get me wrong, they're funny as shit, but it just took me a good minute to get used to it. But once you get used to it, the humor really does work. I think 90% of the people, or 95% of the people who will like this kind of humor, because it's not like inappropriate humor, it's just like sarcasm kind of humor, and I really like that. And Hulk really stole the movie for me. He was probably my favorite part of this entire film. I wanted to see a Planet Hulk movie since forever, since I saw the animated movie, since I saw the comic in a comic store when I was a kid. I have to see this happen in a live action movie. The Thor versus Hulk scene was fantastic. It was phenomenal. It was so much fun. And when we get Raiden Thor, that was a lot sooner than I was expecting. That happened in the fight, and I was like, what the fuck? It was just a popcorn, non-stop action thriller fun. And Jeff Goldblum was fantastic in this movie as the Grandmaster, my bad. He was the Grandmaster, and I was actually laughing my ass off when he was like a hologram in the middle of the city. He's like, guys, go get Thor. He stole my Grand Champion. Yeah. I loved that. Like, they know how to use Jeff Goldblum, because Jeff Goldblum knows how people see him, so he capitalized that in this role, and it was fantastic. And when I was talking about Hulk, when obviously he talks, like, everyone was like, oh cool, he talks, and then everyone's like, oh look, fire giant demon in the trailers. Talking Hulk was fantastic. He was a douchebag. Like, after the fight, like immediately after the fight, Hulk and Thor are in the same room. Thor's like, oh, are we cool? He's like, yeah, we're cool. And then he's like, go out the door, get out of here. And then Thor goes through the door and he gets like electrocuted because it's a shield. It was fantastic. And I could rave about the Hulk all day, because I really can. He was definitely my favorite part. But let's talk about the villain, Hela. She's not the greatest villain to come out ever, not in the MCU. She's definitely one of the best MCU villains ever, but she still has a very kind of weak arc. I see where they were coming from, but it was still weak, to say the least. But she was actually really threatening. I was like, oh my god, how is Thor gonna do this? She creates weapons from her hands. She's like, hammer, whoo, throw a hammer. Oh, sword? Throw a sword. She just creates weapons of mass destruction like it's nothing. And I loved that. She was fantastic. And she was also very funny in a sick way. Not like Ultron in the Age of Ultron, where he was like cracking jokes when it was like you're like breaking the tension. She was evil and funny in the right way, like a sick way, and I love that. I just gonna talk about this movie all day, guys. But my biggest problem with this movie is that when it comes to the dramatic beats. I mean, sure, it's a funny movie, it's a comedy, I get that, but there was two big scenes that should have been really, like, not like me crying, but I mean, I wanted to at least shed a tear because of how big they were. Odin dies, and that was so rushed and, like, not really paced well. There was no, like, lead up to it. He just dies. I'm like, I don't feel anything when it comes to that. And then Asgard blows up, and then I'm like, oh my god, Asgard's blowing up. And Thor, for once, he's like, just, did I make the right decision? I'm like, oh my god, did he? And then, you know, the guy, the rock monster guy who's like cracked a joke. I mean, I have nothing wrong with that character. I'm just saying he cracked a joke immediately after the thing blows up. And I was like, tension broken already. I mean, it was a little too soon, but overall, it's a very, very entertaining movie. And note to self, guys, the guy who plays the rock monster thing, he is voice acted by the director, Taika Waititi. He likes to, like, kind of star in his own movies, like, or at least cameo in them. And he does a great job. He's a really good actor, and he knows what he's doing. I'm going to give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. I had to think about it. I was going between 3.75 out of 4. 4 out of 5 stars because of the entertainment value is there. It is funny as hell. It's still got that tension moments there when the fight scenes are in place. Like when Hela destroys Asgard, like, not blowing it up, but she's killing the army. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. And you kill 5 major Thor characters right off the bat. Like, she goes right to Asgard. The people circling the eye or at the end of the Rainbow Bridge, there's 5 main characters that were in the Thor movies, in the previous 2 Thor movies. They were his allies, his friends. Boom, dead in seconds. And there was one alive. It's like, yeah, he's going to survive. That's cool, but everyone else is dead. But then she, like, looked at him and she, like, throws the sword at his stomach and he dies. I'm like, wow. I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. I've got a Twitter, Instagram, Gumps_videos. Go follow me there for the latest news and updates on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and all that crap. Later and goodbye.